Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Ascended Consciousness Connection with your spiritual coach, the Big Chief. So, that make us a spiritual family. You feel me? And names and titles is just to help identify the individual. There you go. So, darkness, right? And consciousness, right? So I just wanna let you know that consciousness, because the Most High God consciousness, that's what it is, right? But consciousness is like darkness, right? And what I mean by that is like the light, right? In the darkness, right? It's like, uh, let's say, let's point out the truth. Everybody knows that if you can see out your two eyes, you can see in the dark. And then you won't be able to see in the dark, right? But you can. But the difference between the individual, like levels, is that everybody's eyesight in the darkness is not the same. And here's the kicker, right? If you stare into the darkness, you'll start to see things. But even if you're in the same room in the darkness as others, you all can see things that are different. So there's many spiritual teachings and ways to get to what they call God, right? But experience is the best teacher, right? And then the connection is where it's at. So, with that being said, it's a pleasure to be spiritually conscious and welcome you to the Ascended Consciousness Connection with your host, your spiritual coach, your fellow conscious energy when you in need. That's me. Because the consciousness is who I am. So it's my pleasure to connect with you on this ascended consciousness connection. The Big Chief is because that's what the ancestors let me know that's who I am. That's one of the, I have a title as well, but I ain't going through all that. But the Big Chief, the ancestors, that's how they should. That's what they call me, and that's what they say. That's how because we chiefs in minds. So they sound a Big Chief, and your spiritual coach. I have to put a sentence together describing something that I can do to help benefit you in the name of positive togetherness. And I charge because it feels free. I learned that you guys didn't respect it. So, and you think it's not the truth. So, the only way it could be the truth and real to you, what I learned from dealing with you guys on this planet, from the ones I've been around, is I have to charge you money for it. And then I have to also have something bad happen to me and survive it in order for you to deal with me, because most of the time the color of my skin, which is brown, but if you only had two choices between black and white, I'd have to say it's color of darkness. So they would identify me as black. That's how they be doing it. But it's Warrior Chief Pharaoh B. Leo Panther Dread, aka the Big Chief. Spiritually conscious, ascended, consciousness connection. And I was supposed to say on. So it's WCPB LPD, aka the Big Chief, spiritually conscious, on this ascended consciousness connection. Like, subscribe, follow, make the screen light up on that positive vibe and all that good stuff. And you know what it is. Ooh,